Hi everybody, Laura here. Today I'm joining Create a Smile for a video hop, and I'm going to be creating this cute little penguin tag using the Penguin Party stamp set. Okay, so let's take a little peek at this is what the Penguin Party stamp set looks like. It's really cute. It's got these adorable little penguins that are doing all sorts of fun things, popping out of a cake, popping out of a present, but I'm gonna be using that penguin and the parachute one. That's the one I fell in love with. And then I've got this Tag Your It. That's a My Favorite Things tag die. I die cut two of those, and then I've got these little stitched slopes and hills by Simon Says Stamp. I took one of the little hill dies. I'm gonna be die cutting that into the bottom of that tag right there. Now you'll see after I get that die cut what that looks like. It just makes a little sliver of a hill. See that little bit right there? But it's going to fit perfectly onto that other tag. Fits just like a glove right there. I'll be popping that up with some foam tape. Okay, so now we're moving on. I'm stamping my penguin and parachute with Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I'm going to be coloring that in with some Copic markers. Now, this coloring part of the video, I kind of sped up because I don't want it to get too boring. And you can see the numbers of the markers I used up there. I'm starting with C1. I just want to get a nice little base onto my penguin so that I can begin blending. I'm starting on the bottom with black, and then I'll work my way up with C5 and go lighter and lighter as I work my way up. I like to have a little bit of a gradient look to my penguin. I just didn't want it to be flat black. I think it looks more pleasing to the eye when you have a little bit more gradient look to it. That's just my personal opinion. What I did was, and I do this a lot when I have things I have to color with Copics, I will Google like for example, for this one, I Googled penguin cartoons, and it gives you a ton of images that you can look at, and you can kind of get an idea of what you want your penguin to look like, and gives you a starting point and some ideas that maybe you might not have thought of. And so I do that when I have to color butterflies and flowers and like even I know what I did the other time. I had to color a fox, and I'm like, gosh, I just need to see what a fox looks like. So I typed in fox cartoons, and it gives you a lot of different just ideas. So I encourage you to try that. So I'm just babbling on, but let's talk about Create a Smile. This is a fairly new stamp company, and it's based out of Germany, which I think is just awesome. I don't know if you know, but I used to live in Germany. My husband played professional hockey over there for several years. Actually, my first two children were born in Germany, and we really fell in love with the country. We loved the culture, but you know what? When it boils right down to it, it's all about the chocolate. We love the chocolate. And man, they have some good Turkish pizza. They've got these little Turkish restaurants here and there that make awesome pizza and awesome kebabs. And just traveling all the different color countries like Italy and seeing Rome and Venice and Switzerland and so many beautiful places over there. I'm so thankful for the opportunity to be able to travel and see that. And I think it's wonderful that we have a new stamp company coming out of Germany, giving us fresh new products and images and things to work with. I think it's always a good sign when new companies are popping up here and there. So, anyway, penguins, super trendy. Everybody loves them right now. They're hot, hot, hot. And I think they're just so darn adorable, and there's so many fun things you can do with them. I gave this penguin, that's another thing that I would have not have thought of had I not looked at the little clip art, but adding the little bit of yellow to the belly of the penguin, I got that off of the cartoon image when I Googled it. So now I'm coloring my parachute with some kind of teal colors there, going in first with the light and then the dark and the medium, and then working my way back to the light. Okay, so did I tell you about the food in Germany? Okay, schnitzel. Okay, listen to this. You can go to the grocery store, and the grocery store that we used to go to is called Kaufland. And I'm probably not saying that correctly. And every time I tried to talk in Germany in Germany, when I tried to speak German, they looked at me like I was from Mars because I probably was not saying anything correctly. But anyhow, the grocery store had this restaurant in it that had the best food ever. You could get this schnitzel, you could get spätzle, you could get wurst. Those are like like the bratwurst, and just absolutely amazing. You get chocolate, desserts, and kuchen. My husband loved all the different pastries, and oh, don't even get me started about the bread. And okay, so now I'm just fussy cutting this penguin in a parachute. Really, really simple. You know, back in the old days when we didn't have coordinating dies to go with everything, well, you had to fussy cut it. And I still love doing that, but now I had to go in on the inside with my X-Acto knife. Now, this was a little bit more tricky, but all you got to do is just, you want to know the secret to cutting with an X-Acto knife? You got to just slow down. You cannot go fast. You got to take your time and you got to try to be steady. And you know what? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. And but here, you know what? It came out okay, and everybody survived. So the hardest part was just cutting around that penguin's head, but you know it all came out. And you know what? You know what? Sometimes there might be little imperfections here or there, but you know what? In the end, nobody really notices any of that stuff. So don't be so hard on yourself. So now what I'm doing is taking some Simon's stamp. This is Sunshine, and blending that in very, 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 very subtly, and then some orange peel and another. I wanted just to be super duper subtle and kind of making like a slight sunset sky behind my hill that I'm going to pop up. And so lately I've been into this very subtle ink blending. I think it looks so pretty. And but you just have to start off of the tag and work your way on. And okay, so now I'm adding some foam tape to my hill and I'm gonna pop that up. So it looks like my penguin, he's kind of like flying down his parachute and he's gonna land on the slopey hill, creating a little scene there. And there we go. Now that we got that popped up, we are going to stamp our sentiment. This is says flying by to say, and then I'll stamp my other part which says hooray. So this would be a fun tag to put for a birthday or congratulations. You could do anything with it. You know, even if you wanted to take this tag and put it on a card, you could make it be like the focal of your card. Sometimes I do that too as well. And I was, you know, this penguin image is a little bit on the smaller side. So working on this tag didn't make it seem quite so small. It fit proportion wise nicely on the tag. So you could put this on a card or you could just keep it and use it as a tag. And then now I'm adding some black and white twine to my tag. I always do this. I start from the back and then I pull it through, and that's how I do my twine on the tag. And then to finish it off, I added just a few Pretty Pink Posh sparkling clear sequins. I added just a couple drops of that glossy accents to use to adhere my sequins. And I've got the 3 different sizes there. I love using that. And that is pretty much it. It's finished. Adorable penguin party stamp set by Create a Smile. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your hop.